But the next thing is, I would say this is another reason to either work with somebody that's experienced in the DSP, either externally or at an agency, whatever it is, as opposed to working with, I'd say, Amazon or any of the larger like technology companies that roll out Amazon DSP things for clients, because your strategy needs to be unique to your brand and your product type. As an example, within the DSP, almost all of what we do is creating custom audiences based on ASINs, and those audiences come with look back windows. So let's say we want to create an audience for this product and someone who's seen this product over the past 14 days, but they didn't purchase it. That's an audience we typically build within the DSP. But if your product is more expensive, let's say you have a $200-300 product, you might have a longer look back window. Somebody might consider it longer. So you might want to extend that window. If your product is really cheap and somebody's basically either going to buy it in that moment or not, you might not want to run retargeting, or you might want a really, really tight retargeting window. So you need to think about things like, how long does it take somebody within your audience to make a decision if they want to buy your product? Another thing to think about is you can really create audiences based on any ASIN on Amazon. There are exceptions, like you can't use ASINs that Amazon owns, things like that, of course, but for the most part, you can. And one thing that's important to think about strategically is, what other products specifically are people that might be interested in my product looking at or buying? It's not always as simple as targeting competitors. There can be things like, if somebody is looking to buy, cleaning supplies, like one of our old brands was like a mop head, and it's a replacement mop head. So one thing that you can look at is people that are ultimately looking at complementary supplies in any capacity that might be used to clean somebody's house, clean a kitchen. So you need to get creative with the way that you look at your targeting and not just limit yourself to things like retargeting, things like in-market audiences that Amazon creates. And often people will utilize the same blanket strategy across every brand, but every brand's so different. And all of the nuance, in my eyes, the DSP goes into that initial build and the strategic exploration of audience targeting beyond that.
Well, great information. I want to understand a little bit more and get into the specifics of it. Just as a starting point in diving a little bit deeper,